Hey everyone, it's the morning of October 10th, 1939, and we're starting our second patrol. We've been assigned the exact same patrol grid, so AN81, and that means we'll be on the sort of southeast coast, just at the mouth of the channel there, English Channel, and hopefully we'll come across something a little more exciting than last time's single merchant. But yeah, same area, same sort of plan, and this time around we might hold our shots for something a little more exciting. So just making our way through the Kiel Canal right now, and yeah, hopefully within a couple days we'll be seeing something. So it's now October 15th. We did our initial 24-hour patrol here in AN81, and this time I think I'm gonna have us sort of explore this sort of area. Our fuel situation's okay, about three quarters, so I think we'll spend the next 5 days to a week just creeping up northwest from AN55 here and see if we can't come across something a little bigger and then make our way back through this passage like so. And hopefully we have enough fuel for that. The fuel situation in the Type 2 is really not great. So I mean I wish I could go check out the Orkneys and Scapa Flow. Actually, you know, the Type 2 is pretty stealthy and small. It might be able to infiltrate Scapa Flow. I don't know if I really want to do that. That's pretty high risk, but might be something to think about for later. That would be pushing the operational limits of the boat though. But yeah, we're just gonna sort of hang out around here and hopefully it's very calm. But yeah, hopefully we see something soon. So we've got a sound contact, 348, warship moving fast, moving away, so I don't know what to make of that. We'll probably not come into contact with any of this, but it sounds like multiple warships, definitely more than just a destroyer in there. Sounds pretty busy. Listening around other directions here. I don't hear anything else. But yeah, we'll keep an ear on that and follow up if anything interesting comes of it. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and Sonarman says they're moving fast. I'm inclined to believe him. They've moved about 10-15 degrees off from where we initially heard them in 15 minutes, so I made this point about 20 clicks off where we initially heard them, and now what? Hang on. Kind of hearing them in the high 330s. So something like 260. And who knows? Let's take a listen here actually. I don't know, could be 13, 15 knots. And they're probably just heading sort of due south. I don't think we'll get into range, but maybe we can take a look for them here. So 15 minutes, definitely over 6 kilometers in 15 minutes. So, actually they might be heading, they're reported as closing, so maybe they're heading more southeast, like so. I'm gonna set our course to southwest. We'll maybe pick up speed because its conditions are pretty rough on the sea right now. I don't have to worry about being too quiet, but maybe we can get in a little closer and take a look. Oh, I see some smoke. Yeah, I hear them at about 20 degrees now. I've faced us sort of southwest. Yeah, okay, there's definitely a few funnels on the horizon here. I think they're going to be way too far off to engage, so that's, um, what would I call that for distance? Maybe 7 kilometers. 7 or 8. I'm not too good at judging distance yet with these new like atmospheres with this mod pack. I'm actually gonna call it 8 or more kilometers out at 20, so let's see. 247. Yeah, their course actually isn't due south. It probably is something closer to this, what I've got plotted here. Unfortunately, we're just very far off, and well, like, I don't know. At best, it'll be a 6 kilometer shot. We can let them get a little closer. Not even sure what's there. I definitely hear destroyers. I don't think I hear anything too big, especially now that I see these funnels off in the distance. Like, there's no massive silhouettes out there. But definitely sounds like more than a few destroyers, and I don't know, maybe it's just all destroyers. Maybe there's a cruiser in there, but we'll give it another 15 or so minutes. They'll probably be long gone by then, but I'll keep an eye on them and see how close they get, and keep an eye out for a change in course. So judging by what I hear on the hydrophones, this is probably as close as they're gonna get. They're at about relative bearing 0 right now. So we'll take a quick look. I don't have a torpedo solution set up at all for this. No idea how fast or whatever they're going. Let's see. I see. Yeah, it's probably just like a bunch of destroyers, maybe 6 of them patrolling around. So really not worth our time. Even if we were close enough, like I don't want to bring down a whole group of destroyers on top of me. Now it is a little deeper out here, so evasion won't be quite as bad. It's like, I think 70 to 90 meters in this area. I pinged earlier, it was like 70 plus meters over keel, but I think it's getting deeper. So yeah, getting detected by a destroyer might not be the end of the world, but I'm not gonna just engage random groups of destroyers. That's like very little tonnage and super high risk, so doesn't make any sense to really do that. We'll just continue on this path and keep an eye out for merchant shipping, probably set up in what appears to be deeper waters here, this little pocket. So we picked up a merchant about an hour ago, and it's very poor visibility out, heavy rain, can't see very far at all. I've been trying to track this guy's course just by hydrophones, so a bit of time has passed, and as you can see, we're way past our estimated course of where this guy was, which means he's probably going a hell of a lot slower than medium speed. So I don't know what's up with the sonarman reporting speeds that are just nowhere near accurate. Last patrol it was reporting merchants as fast, and them just going like 7 knots or something like that. So I don't know, kind of annoying. If I listen to this,
Frachter auf 7-8, kommt näher.
yeah, maybe it's 6 or 7 knots, but it's not medium speed. That's definitely like slow if you're used to just normal GWX. So I'm gonna say we'll start it off low at like 5 knots here.
Frachter auf 7-7, kommt
And
näher.
he's getting quite close. Like we're just kind of fine tuning our position here so that we intercept this guy. Probably going like due west. I guess I will pick up speed and face north and set up a torpedo
Frachter
solution
auf
for that. So
7-6,
hopefully we can
kommt
see
näher.
what this is pretty soon. This is that glare bug I was talking about last patrol. So I can see a glare of the ship on the water, but nothing on the surface. Maybe I can barely start to make him out on the surface, but yeah, I really don't like that. Like, I shouldn't be able to see this guy in these conditions, but I know he's at like 98 relative bearing right now, super close, so like, maybe there, I don't know. So I'm gonna swing us around south. He's gonna end up passing a little bit south of us to the aft of the sub now, so just gonna Maybe a head flank and hard to port, turn us around and see if we can get
Frachter auf 9-5,
proper
kommt
visual
näher.
contact on this guy here in just a second. So here he comes. I've kind of put us in the wrong position again to intercept him, and I'd say it's just as well. Pretty sure that's a Norwegian flag. I actually don't know my uh, northern flags that well. That's like the blue cross on the red background, so yeah, Norwegian. And we will not be engaging this guy, so big waste of time, kind of disappointing. Doesn't really look that big anyway, maybe 3,000 tons, 4,000 tons. So, not a big deal, I guess. But yeah, that is a neutral, and we will let him pass. So the weather's calmed down a bit. It's October 18th in the evening now, and we've got a couple warship contacts. One to the northwest of us sounds like it's moving really slow, and another it sounds really small to the southeast, moving pretty quick. So that's what we hear down there. Sounds like a little coastal vessel. I'm not too worried about it. And then there it is. About 305, 308, somewhere in that range. And sounds like maybe a destroyer just like really moving slow. So less than an hour's passed here. I believe we've got this radio message. It turned out that the battleship Royal Oak was sunk by a German submarine. It's completely incomprehensible how she managed to get unnoticed into Scapa Flow. Internal raid, which was guarded like no other base. So that's Radio BBC, I guess. And yeah, that would be. I I guess I'm doing a disservice by not knowing what sub specifically that was or who that was. Was it Preen? I'm not sure. You something. Um, I think the guy that went over to like sort of start the 7th flotilla. I'm not sure, but yeah, that was a Type 7 that invaded Scapa Flow, which was apparently would it have been last night? We're getting the radio report now. I'm sure it was like done in the dead of night, so like October 17th or 18th. Sub snuck in from I think it was the east side of Scapa Flow and sunk. Royal Oak was like a Revenge class battleship, so that's pretty cool. Takes balls of steel to do something like that, I would say. And I don't think I've been thinking about it. I don't think we're gonna try to invade Scapa Flow. I think after the Royal Oak attack happens, the Allies have like increased defense, and I've been in there before. Sometimes you don't even see anything. It's like, oh, I just spent hours sneaking into this heavily guarded naval base, and there's like nothing to shoot at. So we'll mull that one over. Anyway, I'm gonna take a look for what we're hearing now. Okay. So the fast coastal vessels at 160 now, and our two friends are at 290. Okay. Oh, I can't actually see them on the surface now. Hang on. 160. Still don't see whatever that coastal vessel is down there. I think it's just gonna pass us, sort of like, I don't know, like that. Something. And the other guys over, where were they again? West of us. Yeah, they're gonna miss us as well. It doesn't sound like anything big, probably just a couple destroyers, so I'm gonna let that one go as well. And we're gonna just surface as it gets a little darker here and recharge the batteries. So that's our plan. Still nothing exciting. We've got all 5 torpedoes, and it's been how long? Left keel October 9th, and it's now October 18th. So it's already been 9 days, Our fuel situation is still okay. Probably only have about a week longer that we can stay in this area, and we'll have to start heading back. So hopefully we find something worth sinking soon. So strangely enough, like that's a really flat, like it's basically 0 meters per second winds, so very flat horizon. And from my perspective, it looks like the ship is actually under the water. It looks like just the stack and the masts are like protruding above the water, and the ship itself is like below it. I think what that's trying to model is like um, when you see ships at great distances, like the first thing you'll see is the mass in the funnel, and like the curvature of the earth is sort of hiding it, I think. And maybe that's what they're trying to go for here, but it just looks a little goofy. It looks like the ship is literally underwater from my perspective. So yeah, I don't know. Some visuals about this mod pack I'm not super crazy about, but yeah. Anyway, we see him far off at about 24 degrees, and yeah, we're gonna miss him, I think, at the speed he's going. Let's see here. 25, yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Like something like that. I can pick up speed. I think that escort that I heard is like independent. He's somewhere off like 0, I think. Yeah, he's straight ahead, so he's probably sailing in a totally different direction, or moving, I should say. So I might pick us up to 3rd speed, move us northeast, and try to intercept this. I don't know. Doesn't look like he's really gonna cross our path, but we'll see what we can maneuver here. Again, some time has passed. You can really see what I'm talking about here. Like now the superstructure is slightly sticking out, and it does look like the ship is submerged. I know it's like technically not, but I don't know what's up with that. That's super weird. It also makes it really hard to ID the ship. Like in theory, that thing should be no more than like 8 kilometers away, but just because of how it looks like it's sitting on the water, I have no idea what that thing is. Like I've got a superstructure, a funnel, and maybe 2 forward masts, so I don't know. I'm gonna start trying to ID this because oh, there's our friend off in the distance. Can't see him either, just the smoke. So I don't know if this water line sort of like visual effect, if this helps hide us, or if it's really just doing nothing except making ships harder to ID. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that quite yet, but I'm gonna cycle through the merchant handbook thing here and I guess try to ID that. So, wish me luck. So, upon further review, I think the only thing that could really be is, well, geez, I don't know. I thought I had it narrowed down to this Type 4 medium merchant. I don't know if the masts are really matching up here. Like, if that's what it is, which is 5,000 tons, which looks about right to me, I don't want to spend any more than 1 torpedo on this guy. And in these conditions, I'm kind of wanting to use a magnetic detonator. I know that's like super faulty, but if we can get 5,000 tons with 1 torpedo, I'm cool with that. I don't want to spend any more, just considering how our last patrol went, so yeah, really dicey here. So I can actually see, geez, I'm not sure. Like there's that structure on the aft of the ship there that seems to match this, like in our manual, but there's some other things with the mast that I'm really not sure about, like these angled bits. Doesn't really seem to match up, but again, I've been through this thing and I don't know what else to really make of it. Or if we'll even catch this guy, but that's what I think we've got, a Type 4 medium merchant. I haven't seen a flag, and I'm gonna just say you know, screw the stealth, maybe all ahead flank. Hopefully whatever that is doesn't hear us. And yeah, because like otherwise we're just not gonna be able to catch this guy at current speeds. So we'll pick it up here, periscope down, check back, and well, it's gonna have to be pretty soon here because we're running out of time. So yeah, now that we've changed course, he's already at relative bearing 350, which means the closest he's gonna be is pretty much where he's at now. I'm not even able to register him on the attack periscope. Like it doesn't come up as merchant or anything like that. So it means he's too far off. Well, here's something. We've got a radio report. I feel kind of dirty relying on radio reports like this, but we've got apparently a contact moving southwest medium speed, and we can try to definitely intercept that. It's not too far off. Definitely catchable. The sun's probably not up yet. 6:21 a.m. Local time. So yeah, apparently that's 25 kilometers away. We should be able to hear that. That would be around 255. Oh yeah. Oh. Either I'm hearing two sound contacts or it's a coastal vessel. I think I am hearing two things there at 270. Hmm. Let's see. Ooh, the sun is coming up. I'm gonna surface us for a little bit to close the distance, and then we'll drop down to periscope depth. Okay, that looks like a little coal tender or something, maybe. So, actually, I don't know why that sounded like two contacts. I definitely heard. Yeah, there's like the chugging sound, and then there's also the quick. I don't know, maybe that's one ship. It sounds like two. Or it just has a really loud propeller. I don't know. You know, if anything, we could sink that with the flak gun. Maybe that's what I'll do. We only have 100 rounds left, but I'm feeling lucky. If that thing is as tiny as I think, like 100 tons, we can probably do that. Screw it, I'm gonna surface right now and just charge this guy.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Volle Fahrt voraus. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Auftauchen. Vorne oben ziehen.
Hey there, buddy. Just here to inspect your coal. Looks like contraband to me. $120 rounds, can we do it?
Neue Bordmaschine stoppen.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Tiefe unter Kiel ist
5-3.
I mean, if anything, the guy at the helm would be dead. It's like a one-man operation here.
kleine Fahrt voraus.
Oh. That's it, I guess. Well, we did it, boys. We sunk something. 315 tons, small coal tender.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Gehen wieder auf Kurs, Herr Kaloin.
Alright. Okay. I've got apparently a contact moving very fast here that I've been trying to intercept. At 48. Doesn't sound like it's moving very fast. Interesting call. Okay, 48. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't realize we closed to that close. Definitely British. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna throw us into
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
reverse.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
I'm not gonna have time to ID this. Damn, I didn't realize how close he was. Okay, so I'm gonna go roughly 90 AOB here. We're gonna go fast, impact. We're gonna go fast, impact, and set the depth low. Speed, I'm gonna say 5 knots, but I can maybe give that a better check in just a moment. Okay, what the hell is that? It's a pretty easy ID. 2 forward masts, those backwards things. It's just I don't have time to ID this guy. Maybe he is moving quick. It didn't sound like much on here. Screw it. Okay, I'll just say that's like 100 meters in length. Why are we? Okay. 100 meters, so we'll use the yellow dial. He might be moving quick. It doesn't sound like much is going on this thing. Maybe that's why he closed so fast without me noticing, but wow, okay, maybe he's going 15 knots. At this point, I've just got to fire some of these torpedoes anyway. 15 knots, fast impact, open tube. That's not 90 degrees, but it might be close enough. No idea if any of those variables are anywhere near correct. Probably not.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Where's our shot? Oh, okay, I think he's going slower than 15 knots. Then again, pretty close still. It's running super deep. Yeah, it's like I set the depth to about 2 meters, and there it goes. So let me just make an adjustment here. Call it 13 knots. Tube 2. Those depth duds are pretty common then. Wow. Yeah, and now we've got nowhere near a perpendicular angle, so this is just not, that's basically 2 torpedoes completely wasted. Yeah, the impact angle is going to be like 30 degrees here, so it's almost certainly going to be a dud even if it does hit. He also might be starting to evade if you saw that trail. This one too, I mean I set the depth to 2 meters, and you can see it's running super deep, like 15 meters under the water. On magnetic that would have hit, but it's way too deep, so on magnetic like it wouldn't have hit, but if it went to the proper depth it would have. Very bizarre. I don't know if that has anything to do with me setting the depth on the TDC to 2 meters, and if that's bugged out, or if that's just like a dud programmed into this mod pack that, you know, sometimes they run 10-15 meters deeper than what you set. I don't know. Contact report of a merchant going north-northwest fast. So we have sound contact now. Target is at 320 relative bearing. I'm gonna change our course in a minute. I just want to take a listen. I hear nothing. All right, so I've had our sonarman tracking it, since for whatever reason I can't hear it, but I guess we've got visual contact now. Oh, I thought we did because it took us out of time compression. Saying they're at 300. Oh, I do hear it now. Okay. I couldn't hear it for the longest time. It sounds like it's going very, very slow. It does sound pretty close. I wonder if it's fading in and out of it. Oh, there it is. Wow, just creeping out of the fog. Okay. I wonder why I couldn't hear it at all, and now it's like very clearly there on the hydrophones. I don't know. Well, maybe this is our guy. We've got 3 torpedoes left. I'm probably wanting to get rid of all of them here, so I'll set them to fast and impact. Fast, impact, fast, impact. Now, I was reading a comment on the last video, just between like recording sessions,
Frachter
and
auf 300. Kommt
please
näher.
don't interrupt me. Apparently, like the wave height, like we had torpedoes running really, really low, like maybe 20 meters under the surface, and I guess that's because of the wave height. So, like the more violent the seas, the deeper you have to set your torpedo depth for it to not run way below where you want it to run. So I don't remember what the exact calculation is, but like in rough seas like this, I think you'd need to set them to at least 4 meters depth, maybe more. And if this guy doesn't have a deep draft, that's a problem because we don't want to set our torpedoes too deep. He looks big. Looks like maybe a medium cargo or something. So maybe setting torpedoes deep won't be a problem. Now for the most tedious part, IDing. Okay, short mast off the superstructure and tall flagpole at the back. I'll see if I can get this ID'd real quick. Like it looks kind of like a medium cargo from normal GWX. Oh, I'm in the tankers now. Okay, that one doesn't really match up. Maybe it's something like this. Fast freighter, 3 forward masts, mast on the superstructure, flagpole on the back. Yeah, that could be it. I just want to have a look at the medium cargo though, if it's close. 3 forward masts again and 2 in the back. It doesn't look as familiar though. I think maybe this is what we've got. I'll ID it as that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of medium cargos in my day, and that one looks slightly off. I don't know if that's just because the one Alex mod like remodels a lot of the ships, but let's see the difference in mast height: 29.2 and 24. That is a pretty big difference. Wouldn't be like a large cargo, hey? I don't even know where that is. Okay, just because I don't know how much time we're gonna have here, I'll ID it as a fast cargo. Or a fast freighter. That's actually a lot of tonnage. And I will set our torpedoes a little deeper. Set them to like 5.5, maybe 5.8. Would be tragic if they went under though, just because of the bobbing. Maybe 5 meters, we'll call it. Half the draft, that seems reasonable. Salvo. And let's just set this up. So we're gonna say 0 is a 90-degree AOB. 90 to starboard, and he's going rather slow. We'll just say 5 knots to start. We can adjust that in a moment. Okay. Gonna want to narrow this. Say 1 degree, I guess. Maybe 1.5-ish. Okay, how far away are you? And how long are you? 150. Okay, we can use our Booyagt here to get speed. Wow. Seriously that far away? Maybe we did miss ID this guy. Like over 5 kilometers at 303. 189. Wait. Yeah. No, that seems reasonable. Okay, we got that radio message at 1400. It's now 1530, so 21 kilometers in an hour and a half. What does that look like? I guess we'll use this. So 11-ish. Okay, apparently he's going 7 or 8 knots according to this. Maybe 7.5 knots. It sounded on the hydrophone like he was going a lot slower than that, but we can put that in for now. Go with about 7.5. We'll do another speed check with the vertical line here when we get a little bit closer. I'll pick up speed just because now we are going to be quite a ways off. I want to take this shot closer than 2 kilometers, so I'll put us to ahead 1/3.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
We'll drop the periscope for now.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Okay, about 5-6 minutes have passed. I'm gonna do another speed check here and see how far away he is. Looks very close actually right now. Very close. Okay, British flag, definitely. Stop us. Is that
Jawohl, Herr
a
Kaloin.
gun?
Neue Bordmaschine
The
stoppen.
bow, that is a gun. That could do some
Frachtfahrt
damage.
stopp.
2300 meters at 315. I say 23 at 315? That's close. Okay, so hour 0 is pretty much gonna be, yeah, 90. Looks good. 90 starboard. I will do a speed check. I just wanted to drop our speed a little bit. Hopefully we're not popping out of these waves. I'd hate to get hit by that deck gun. Looks like it could do some damage. Okay, so it's about 150 meters in length, which means we'll be using the red dial here. Just gonna see how long it takes him to cross that. I would be so glad if we got 12,000 tons off our remaining 3 torpedoes. It's been a rough go so far for this Type 2 career. Okay, looking like 8 knots. Just surprising. Okay, maybe a little slower. Yeah, about 7.5 knots again, according to this. So, we'll put that in. Actually, that's what we've got. 7.5. Okay, I think we're just about ready to fire here then. Gonna open tubes. Hang on, let's just update the range to about 2 kilometers. I'm gonna narrow this spread to that. Range. Good enough for me. Okay, we're gonna fire here. seemed very delayed. Did I forget to open the doors ahead of time? I think I did. My bad, I hope that doesn't cost us a hit. Okay, we're gonna just drop since we've killed the engines, so I'm not worried about being spotted now. Just got us not moving. There go our eels. I wanna have a look at that deck gun. Wow, armed merchants in 1939, and that looks like a pretty serious one. Could do some damage. Wow. More guns on the sides. Yeah, this is one on the back. This is a heavily armed merchant. I'd like to, if I could see our trails, I'd like to check the depth. Oh, here we go. One hit. Two, and yeah, the other one ran super deep again, but 2 out of 3, that's not bad. I think, yeah, that's definitely running a lot deeper than what we set it to, so I'll take that. Hopefully she goes down with 2. If not, well then we're gonna be going home with 300 tons. Would be tragic. We'll see. Gonna check the depth under keel as well.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Tiefe unter Kiel ist
62 meters. Okay, well, we'll just keep listening at a safe depth as we crawl away. Only thing to do now is return to base, regardless of the outcome. She's officially dead in the water. The engine is stopped, but yeah, no more torpedoes, so if she doesn't sink, there's not much we can do about it, unfortunately. Okay, maybe 20 minutes after impact. Let's see, yeah, 20 minutes after impact, we've got confirmation that she's going down, so that's a relief. I would have really hated to have to let this thing go. I think it was that 12,000 tonner. I haven't checked the log yet. It's gonna float around here for a while, but if it says she's going down, she's gonna be going down eventually. So the seas are very calm. We're making 7 knots down to...
Neuer Funkspruch, Herr Kaloin.
I'm not really sure how to read this. Maybe 33%, maybe a third fuel. I just want to check our range
Jawohl, Herr
to
Kaloin.
1,600 kilometers. That's going to be pushing her pretty close, but in fact, we're not going to have enough fuel at that rate, but maybe I'll tweak our speeds a little bit to try to increase that fuel efficiency. Because we've got like 2,000 kilometers to go, I think, back to base. And I think after you run out of fuel, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's just your reserves, like until you're out of your reserves, and then you've got a bit left. So I don't know, can we make 2,000 kilometers out of that? Maybe. Maybe. If the seas stay calm like this, we should be able to. Otherwise, I could go for a closer port, Um, Helgoland is 1,200 kilometers away, so I will keep that in mind as we go forward. All in all, a pretty good patrol. Took us a long time to find anything worth sinking, but a 12,000 ton merchant, that's great. She was armed to the teeth. I still have a lot to learn about the flak gun, I think. Maybe just don't use it for sinking anything. Like, I understand you gotta aim for the water line, but doesn't seem to matter in a lot of cases. Also, that torpedo depth situation thing, I have to read up on that. We've had to do about only 5 or 6 knots the whole way back just to make the fuel situation work. We are like right on the cusp of being empty, so we're now within a day's journey of Kiel. I think the medals this patrol are gonna have to go to our machinists and this guy here. I think having the diesel engine efficiency maxed out has probably been the only reason we've made it home. So yeah, we'll be back in about 10 hours. That's that. Well, here we are. Renown 556 for that patrol. That was just about a month, which is like unheard of in a Type 2. Sunk 2 merchants, really only one with torpedoes. The fast freighter for 12,600, and a small coal tender with the flak for 300. Suppose we can... Yeah, still no Type 7 option. I'm sure I'll have to transfer to like 2nd Flotilla before I upgrade. But we don't have the Renown just yet. I think it... Well, in stock GWX it's 2,500 Renown. The Type 7, I'll look into that. But I don't think we'll be doing any upgrades once again. Probably just a few more Type 2 patrols and we will transfer and see if we can get our hands on a better boat. Nothing personal against the Type 2, I love its character, but it'll make for some more interesting patrols once we have a usable deck gun and a little more endurance at sea.